This is the Handshake and a Hot Dog podcast, hosted by CTFB, Nitro FTW, and Sora Strider. Hello, everybody! Welcome to the first ever inaugural episode of the Handshake and a Hot Dog podcast, a podcast talking about the wacky world of professional wrestling. I'm your main host, CTFB, and I'm here with my two co-hosts, Sora and Nitro. Introduce yourselves.
My name is Nitro FTW. I've been a big wrestling fan for the past 15 or so years, off and on. I dabble in stuff like I stream every now and then, and I do my own podcasts every now and then. I'm mainly just on Twitter a lot now because I tend to just like a lot of shit about wrestling. But I'm a huge fan. I like all kinds of wrestling. I like stuff from New Japan. I like stuff from AEW. I like stuff from Impact. I like stuff from NXT. I'm pretty much an all-arounder when it comes to that. I think the only shit I'm not really huge on is deathmatch stuff, but I'm still like sort of into it. But anyway, I'm into all kinds of wrestling. I'm usually, like I said, on Twitter these days. I want to get back into doing some more podcasting and streaming. But for now, yeah, that's where I am. So I'm very happy to be here with you, CT. This is going to be a fun podcast. It's
very pretty excited. Ironic because you have your own podcast about indie shows, and I was a guest on that.
Yes, you were
a year ago. And
yeah,
the tables have turned. I'm leading a podcast with you on it. So
pretty much, yeah, 100%. Yeah, for sure.
That's
but super excited. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm Sora. I make crappy music. I usually, as Nitro is, I'm usually on Twitter liking a load of random wrestling assorted bullshit of varying eras because I just watch whatever usually. Trying to think. I mainly watch Noah now, but I do watch all professional wrestling really. There's very few wrestling companies, matches, and what have you that I wouldn't watch. And I usually just book bullshit, talk about it on Twitter, and that's just kind of the crux of that.
Yeah, she's like a really big like fantasy booking person. So I didn't say what companies I watch. I'm mostly, the thing is that I tend to watch just whatever in whatever era, because like there's only like a certain amount of types of wrestling I will never watch for the life of me. I'll like watch anything as long as it's like, not like, what's the word? If it's not like super like fucking
like boring out there, super out
like
there.
Like XPW, like that kind of bullshit.
Ultra-violent deathmatch.
No, not ultra-violent deathmatch.
Super like
with those.
I don't know. I'd call it like offensive.
Sleazeball, carny bullshit.
Offensive sleazeball wrestling, yeah.
So, yeah, this is the first episode of the podcast, and I guess this will be available on YouTube and probably wherever you get your podcasts. So, we're going to go over essentially a sort of formula, and this will be the formula for the podcast, and it will be the following. So all three of us will go over a certain aspect of essentially we're just going to be doing a certain thing. I will be going over modern day wrestling news. Sora will be taking care of a fantasy booking scenario, and Nitro will be in charge of the retro review for this week. And tell us what episode we watched.
We'll be watching we watched TNA Impact from October 18th, 2007. AKA the Impact, where Junior Fatu cuts the legendary promo on Robert Roode or Ricky Roode or whatever his name is.
Rick Rude or Robert Roode.
Robert Roode or whatever his name is.
Yes. So, and the thing is that it's not just that promo, but there's just a ton of fucking bullshit that we can talk about on that show.
I am definitely going to be giving out about that show, so definitely excited for that.
So let's move on to the wrestling news. So it turns out that CM Punk is going back to the WWE.
No, he's not.
I never.
Brother, no way.
Not on my watch, he's not.
Not on my watch, brother. He's coming to.
Cool.
Coming to
He's coming to the
XWF.
XWF,
He's coming to
dude.
XWF,
Well, maybe
brother.
he is a dude.
Okay. It turns out that CM Punk is going to the WWE, according to the Observer. So this I have a lot of issues with, and I will save my grievances for a little later. I think it's not confirmed whether he's going to be going or not, but there are talks, which I guess that means that, talks could lead to it actually happening, or it could just fall through. And holy fucking shit, what a fucking hypocrite CM Punk is.
I was about to say, yeah.
Like
if it does end up happening, that is like the biggest hypocrite move.
Like, if the thing is that this isn't like Cody or Jade where they left on like good terms or anything. Because I'm pretty sure if Cody or Jade left WWE again, they would just go back to AEW and be welcomed with open arms. Punk got fucking fired.
I mean, Punk was
cooked.
suspended. Then he came back. Then he was fired.
Yeah, he fucked up in the exact same way too.
Both ways.
He got into a fight with the elite, got suspended, came back. They gave him his own fucking show and his own title and everything. They essentially made Collision the Punk verse, where if you dare say anything bad about him, you get banned from Collision. And then he gets into a fight with Jack Perry over real glass, then gets
Cry me a
fired.
river.
Cry me a river.
One of the funniest things about Punk coming back this year is that I hear rumors a lot that Dax Harwood, the only reason he had that podcast at the end of last year, beginning of this year, was just so that he could will Punk back to AEW. That's the rumor mill that I hear. So it's.
I mean,
honestly, that makes sense.
It makes sense. Yeah. It's not like it doesn't make any sense. It's like it's perfect.
Dax is like one of the biggest marks in the business. So
Hell yeah, 100%. Yeah.
He is a big slobbering mark. That is.
Oh god.
But
fucking leech on CM Punk's
The worst kind of mark. He is a smark.
Oh god.
Yeah.
anyways, so if he does come back, I am not going to hear the end of it from people, because there's going to be the same exact people that like shat on him for going to AEW that are going to be like, Punk is back, yay, just like they did with Cody. And it's just going to be an annoying time.
The people that called him washed will now be like, oh my god, he's the best player in the business.
And then like the hardcore Punk fans that are like always shitting on AEW now are going to immediately just go become hardcore Fed fans.
Detroit Punk fans is crazy.
Like, so yeah, Punk's probably going to be going back. I think the only like positive I can see out of this is Punk going to be in 2K24, and I mean,
dude, if he's in 2K24, they're gonna make him like the fucking pre-order bonus.
They're gonna make him the
Honestly,
pre-order. I'm pretty
yeah,
sure. The
100%.
pre-order, our two pre-orders, CM Punk and Jade Cargill.
Yo, for 100%.
Holy.
Anyways, other than that, I would also like to go over not every single result from this week's Dynamite, but I am going to talk about the highlights. It turns out Sammy Guevara got hurt. I think he just was uncleared, so they replaced him with Kyle Fletcher in the tag match, spur of the moment of the show, which it honestly kind of makes sense because Fletcher and Takeshita do have history.
And also,
as I found out because of a post from Chris Brooks where he had all three of them in the, which that makes me want Chris Brooks in the Don Callis family, but
that would be so beast.
and
and
then-
then makes sense because Ospreay is in the Callis family, so he's kind of.
oh yeah,
Last thing in
that's
his-
also what I was thinking because Aussie Open and Osprey are connected. So
Oh
it's
yeah,
like,
no.
and it's considering Mark Davis is out, you gotta have to do something with Fletcher. So and then
Mark Davis, he's been out like 3 times this year already.
and
Oh,
then
for
like
sure, no.
one of the funniest things from this week's Dynamite was the fact that like the audio was screwed up during the Cole Strong pre-tape or whatever, and it was like, and then it was like people were freaking out, Tony, the audio's fucked up, Tony. And then they reran the package with the proper audio, which I'm glad they did.
I didn't.
And then
I don't watch Dynamite, but one of the things I want to say is that they played a promo very reminiscent of Halloween 3, where they announced that Danhausen was coming back.
Oh
Yeah.
shit! Yeah, that's right. I heard
Yeah,
about
I
that.
saw that.
I can't wait for
That's so
Danhausen to
sick.
come back.
It's very
I
sick.
love Halloween 3, so shouts out.
Shouts,
Halloween
shouts.
So,
Fuck out.
we also got the debut of Tony Storm's new gimmick, and I fucking love it. It's like she's like a really like broken movie star. Like that's the vibe I got from the gimmick.
I've heard that it's a combination of the gimmicks she was doing before, like the Marilyn Monroe stuff, with like Madonna.
Which that's actually perfect. And then also on the show we had MJF being a Wish.com version of The Rock, calling out Bullet Club Gold. And then at the main event was Adam Copeland and Christian Cage's section, and it was fucking amazing. It was like it was Adam Copeland pretty much like saying like my grandparents who don't speak English, they love Sting. And then it was like, can we like team up and retire together? Christian hugs him, and then it was like, and then pulls up to the mic, go fuck yourself.
It very much reminds me of. It reminds me of remember that I think they were filming the Taker One Last Match documentary, and there was a time during there where Taker and Kane were filming a promo, and Taker was like, "Go fuck yourself."
Yeah, and then Kane does the fucking crotch chop in the background.
Oh yeah, yep.
That segment was
And
so
I
good.
think that's it for the results of Dynamite. But next week we get Dynamite and NXT going head to head, just like it was a couple years ago. So the cards for both. Let me actually pull up the NXT card because I'm not super sure.
I mean,
what
I've
it's
only
gonna
seen
be.
there's 2 matches confirmed for it. But it might be
Yeah, I think
there's
I
a-
was seeing 2 as well. Yeah.
yeah, because I know they've
So-
got Cody's big announcement.
So yeah, the only thing I really know for that card is because John Cena is going to be there, Cody Rhodes is going to be there, Asuka's going to be there,
Yeah.
Paul Heyman. Okay, so these are the 2 matches confirmed: Asuka versus Roxanne Perez and Carmella Hayes versus Braun Breaker.
Yeah.
John Cena and Mello's corner, Heyman and Breaker's corner.
I
And then there's also Cody Rhodes will deliver a major announcement, and then I'm guessing Becky Lynch and Dominic will also appear. So
Probably.
What do you guys think Cody Rhodes' announcement is?
I have no clue.
My father
He's
is
gonna go for
Dusty
the
Rhodes.
NXT Championship. I'm
I
gonna fight Ilya Dragunov at the next NXT takeover.
I bought AEW. It's my company now.
I bought NXT.
Yeah.
The name of the contract says Rhodes.
Yeah.
What makes that like I know that's supposed to be a joke, but like what makes that really funny is that Cody Rhodes was like a hair close to buying Ring of Honor, and then Tony Khan was like, "Nope, fuck you, Cody, go to the Fed."
That's so funny because I'm doing a Ring of Honor E-Fed, and I literally had Tony Khan and Cody Rhodes both have the company at some points. They both own the company at different times. So weird.
That's fair enough.
It makes sense. I mean, now SCU owns the company in kayfabe, so
That's hard.
yeah, hell yeah.
All right, so here is the card for Dynamite Title Tuesday. So we're gonna have Chris Jericho versus Powerhouse Hobbs. Oh shit, I forgot to mention that Powerhouse Hobbs is now in the Don Callis family.
I don't like that.
So
Oh yeah.
I think. Listen,
it's better than him being in QTV.
Yes, but I like Hobbs when he's on his own. Dude doesn't need anybody to get him over.
Yeah,
He's
exactly. Like he looked like a fucking superstar. At fucking
Dude should be leading his own
by
stable.
himself.
He should be leading his own
Exactly.
stable, 100%.
Yeah, those like the
The
Book of Hobbs promos.
Book of
Like,
Hobbs,
the Book
yeah.
of Hobbs promos, and now he's a fucking Don Callis meat.
Yeah, yeah, of course. Now he's just some guy. Like he fucking killed him.
Now
bro.
he's just the powerhouse of the group because they need a guy who doesn't
Yeah.
say anything, just beat people up.
just a big
All right.
fucking dude. Yeah.
So going over the card once again, we got Adam Copeland versus Luchasaurus, Jay White versus Hangman Page, which I think that's going to be like the show stealer. I think.
Oh, I guarantee you.
TNT title #1 contenders match: Danielson versus Swerve.
I think that's going to be the show stealer. Swerve Danielson.
and then
I think
international
Danielson's
title,
winning that personally.
and then international title match: Ray Phoenix versus John Moxley. Which I'm surprised Moxley was cleared this soon.
Yeah.
So I guess it wasn't as. I guess it wasn't as.
I mean,
bad
apparently
as
it was just a minor concussion, so.
And then finally, Soraya defends the women's title against Hikaru Shida, which I think this is what's going. In my prediction, I think if Soraya wins, then Mercedes will challenge her after the match.
God.
But if Shida wins, then Mercedes ain't showing up at all.
I'm not trying to see that WWE 2016 ass
I am
match.
definitely not wanting to see Soraya and Mercedes. Nothing against Mercedes. I just no thanks.
Yeah, no. I
good.
just want Soraya to lose the title because
Fucking
she fucking
same.
sucks.
She's
Honestly, same here. The thing is that broke. Mercedes challenges Soraya. Woke. Riho challenges Soraya.
that actually Rio challenges Shida after Shida wins.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
Ascended. Riho challenges Shida.
Ascended. There you go.
Top 2.
All right. Well, that's just what's been going on in the news lately. We still don't know where Jade Cargill's gonna be. What brand she's gonna be on. I think it's gonna be
NXT UK. Personally.
She's gonna be in SmackDown. My prediction is that it's gonna be SmackDown.
NXT Europe.
Because what I'm predicting is that Charlotte's gonna be Io and Asuka tonight, and then the next feud is going to be Charlotte and Jade, and I think that's what WWE would do. So, and also this is another little funny news bit I found. Turns out that they don't have significant plans at all for Brian Pillman Jr.
Good. Significant plans for Brian Pillman Jr. You're going back to AEW, buddy. Sorry.
Oh yeah, and also Dragon Lee got called up to the main roster, which is awesome.
Which is baller because Dragon Lee rules.
Yeah,
hopefully he can escape from that weird pit he was embraced. I listening to alt-right propaganda and was posted about it on his Twitter.
Yeah, let's hope that. Yeah.
And I think isn't this the fastest call up in history?
Yeah, because maybe because Dragon Lee came in I think around January, so I think EC3.
I think he came in. No, he came in right before the fucking Mania takeover because I think he was in the Mania weekend NXT North American title match.
Okay. December 28th of 2022, Lee announced that he had signed a contract with WWE and that he expects to start working with them in January. He debuted in March, so good.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Okay, yeah. Fair enough.
Well, I think people were also saying Kevin Owens was also a really fast call up. So
yeah, Owens might have been the fastest. He was 6 months, December to May. So
yeah.
But I
he
think
was NXT champion during that time.
So what I think is that if the cards are right, Dragon Lee is going to be WWE's next Ray. I think this is the one.
The one. No.
I don't know. This is just because it's WWE. They always fumble shit. But I have just a slimmer of hope that they're going to treat Dragon Lee like a big deal. But it's legit because every time they tried to get a new Ray, it's always been a failure. Sin Cara, Kalisto.
They could have done that with Angel Garza, but they got too scared.
Yeah, isn't Garza and Humberto are on social media teasing their returns. So.
They're actually down. They're actually down in NXT right now. They just came back in that Fatal 4-Way tag match at No Mercy. It was the debut with their new gimmicks. So
yeah, because they had the weird little ring skirt thing.
Yeah,
right.
Oh yeah.
And then and also other not really related to wrestling news, but also kind of still. Randy Orton paid $1,000 to level up his character in Elden Ring. What a piece of shit! You should have grinded. You should have grinded like the rest of us. You know what's funny? That it was according to fucking Manny. I think in one of their streams.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, it was on the Insider's TV stream because I was watching it.
It was oh yeah, Randy Orton spent $1,000 to level up his Elden Ring character. You fucking piece of shit! You know how many people had to grind to get their characters leveled up?
I think the funniest thing is that Mansoor has a spot-on Randy Orton impression on top of that.
Oh, for real? I haven't heard this.
Yeah, so that has to do I guess that's all the wrestling news. So now it's time to move on to the fantasy booking portion, headed by Sora. So. So this was us coming up with the ideas for this podcast. So one section of the pod we're going to be doing is the fantasy booking section headed by Sora, where she will say a specific scenario and we will all have to book our own like shows or cards or feuds or whatever having to do with that scenario. So you have the floor now, Sora.
All right. The scenario that I came up with is actually inspired by shit that was happening recently, because recently Impact 1000 happened and a lot of like legends of TNA history came back then, and that kind of inspired the idea that I came up with, which is an entire super show, 8-10 matches, whatever, 7-10, of wrestlers from the kind of the Impact era, the current era we're in now, and like the TNA era. You know, the people that are still alive from.
All right, so let me just ask you one question. So does that mean like can I pick like people from like the Asylum era, and also like that weird in between Impact and TNA where it was like the 2017?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, there's no restrictions to it as long as it's people from the TNA kind of era and the Impact era now.
All right. I will actually let Nitro have his card first.
Oh, this is a like a TNA like card from like all eras.
TNA. Yeah, it's like TNA versus Impact, basically.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of like what they were gonna. It's kind of like what they were gonna do in Ring of Honor before the pandemic.
Impact apparently was supposed to do that themselves as well.
Oh, nice. Yeah. I'm gonna do this on the spot because I didn't come up with a card for this. I thought we were doing.
Same here.
Neither did I. I came up with a main event. That's about it.
On the spot, yeah. If we're talking main event, I'm trying to think who's. I'd have to bring in the NWA Championship. I don't really want to, but I'm gonna have to at some point. So
the current NWA champion is EC3.
Technically, he is in TNA, so that could work. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he is as well.
Yeah. So I could do NWA World Champion versus Impact Champions. I can do EC3 Shelley, which in 2013 is a great match, but in 2023, brother, I don't think so. Don't think so.
I have my main event already sorted out.
Oh yeah. I would do.
I went.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Yeah. So I mean, I didn't mean to interrupt there, but I did have the idea already, where it wasn't the main event. I already decided it isn't going to be a world title match, and we're ignoring contractual restrictions here. I kind of thought, that's the main reason I've had to kind of mention that, because of this match. So I thought not a world title match, but who's like the figureheads of TNA and Impact. And after about 5 to 10 minutes, I came to the conclusion that obviously the TNA figurehead, without a fucking doubt, it's obviously AJ.
Oh yeah.
It's obviously AJ Styles.
Mm-hmm.
And then, without a doubt, for this era, it's Josh Alexander. So the main event would just probably be AJ and Josh.
AJ versus Alexander, that match would be good. It's just that I know this is just fantasy booking, but if we're talking like if this was really going to happen, WWE and Impact would have to work out something really serious to get AJ over there. I mean, they got him for just a pre-tape at Slammiversary, but like. For a match, that's going to be a lot more negotiation right there.
That's not my problem. That's Impact's problem.
How I would do the figurehead thing is that I wouldn't have a singular match. I would have a 6 or 8 man tag where I have the figureheads of old school TNA versus the figureheads of current Impact.
Oh, so like the Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, sort of like the Mount Rushmore, exactly. I would do AJ. I would do Joe, because I know they're both wrestling and they're both definitely like the top guys. I would potentially do Sting. I don't know. I'd probably want to get Sting in there. I wouldn't do Angle. I would love to do Angle, but no, hold on. No, we'll do 10-man Survivor Series style tag match. Team Angle, which is like Team TNA Originals, versus Team Santino. I don't know. That's the 5 new Impact figureheads. I don't know, but Team Angle will be like the coach because Kurt Angle can't wrestle anymore. So I'll do Styles, Joe, Sting, and the Machine Guns. Perfect.
Ooh, perfect.
Yes. And then for the Impact team, I would do Josh Alexander. I would do Steve Macklin. I would do... Oh man, Steve Macklin, Alexander, potentially Speedball, but I don't know. Alexander and Macklin are definites. God, who else would I do? I would do ABC. I would do Austin and Bay, and then I would do. Damn, I don't know who the fifth member would be. I'm trying to think of like a guy who I think would be a figurehead, but who's the X Division champion right now?
Saban.
Saban, but
Damn, he's on the other side.
You could do Leo Rush.
Maybe, but he's not really like a figurehead. Like if we're talking like
I mean,
the
as much as I hate
main.
the guy, Trey Miguel.
Ugh, no thanks.
Yeah, no, I don't like the guy.
I would do.
Trey.
Yeah, I fucking hate Trey Miguel, but if I were to do him in any match, I'd do like Rascals versus SCU, I think. Even though Sky wasn't even a member of TNA, I would do, because Kaz and Daniels were. I would do Kaz,
Scorpio,
Daniels.
I think had a few matches, but
Okay.
it wasn't like anything major.
But like I would do SCU versus Rascals. I would book that. That'd be yeah.
For my main event, I legitimately went like crazy for this. So my main event would be Impact World Title on the line, Shelly versus Christian Cage.
I forgot. No. Yeah. Oh yeah, Cage is still wrestling. Fuck yeah.
I think he's the TNT champion.
Yeah, he's the TNT champion.
He's
Duh.
the best thing going.
Yeah,
on AEW.
Can't believe
Father of the year.
I was the show we're watching later literally has Cage in it. I literally forgot he was a wrestler.
All right.
Oops.
So if I were to talk about like some other matches I'd like to see on the card, if we were going to so this is essentially what I got planned. I don't have anything really definite fully, but this is what I got. So the first match of the show, whether this is this is on the pre-show or not, or as the first match on the main show, a reverse battle royal. You gotta have your reverse battle royal.
Who'd be in it?
Like Johnny Swinger, Shark
Yes.
Boy would probably be in it.
Yes.
I'd put Sanjay Dutt in it just for the funny.
Yeah.
He would be under the Guru gimmick.
That's good.
So remember earlier when we were riffing on a WWE gimmick battle royal? It's essentially that, but TNA. So shit, I'm trying to think of some other really notable.
PCO would be in that. PCO would be in that.
Oh yeah, PCO,
Yeah.
Anarchia. I don't know if he's still wrestling. But
Hernandez would be in that too.
Hernandez as Supermex.
Fuck yeah.
Supermax is still going now. He's in fucking MLW, I think.
What? Bro, he is?
Joe
I'm pretty sure
Hendry.
with Homicide, yeah.
Wow, all right.
Joe Hendry.
Yeah.
That's another definite.
Yeah, Joe Hendry.
Think of some other names.
Triton? Put Triton in it?
Ooh, okay.
Beast.
Just bring in. Okay, I was saying even though he is the IWGP World Champion, just bring in Sonata.
I would.
Sonata, brother.
Maybe. I would do Elix Skipper. That's who I would put in it.
Ooh,
Primetime.
I mean, yeah, just fuck. Let me think.
Low-key.
Oh.
Okay,
Loki.
I was low-key. I was thinking Curryman, but the thing is that I wanted Daniels in later in the show. Maybe he could do double duty.
Maybe no, actually I got a better idea. Have Daniels and Kaz in the end of the show, and then in the battle royal have Shark Boy and Curryman come in. No, sorry.
Yes.
No, not Shark Boy. Suicide. Sorry. Suicide and Curryman. And then
Yes.
and then don't acknowledge their Daniels and Kaz. Just say they're Suicide and Curryman.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
I don't like TJP, but shit. Well, if we're having Suicide, we can't have Manic. I don't.
Well, I mean, you
No.
can have him in the half mask with the blue,
Maybe. Yeah.
looking like a slapped ass.
Just for the joke, for the sake of the meme and the joke, Garrett Bischoff and Wes Briscoe under Aces and 8 gimmick.
I would do.
He's not watching this show.
I would put Jesse Goddard's and Robbie E's the Bromans in it as well.
Oh yeah.
God.
Well, Robert Stone is in the Fed, but he's a way lesser known.
Yeah,
guy.
Yeah, they could-
This is ignoring contractual obligations.
And
Yeah,
Jesse
fantasy
Goddard,
anyway.
he is stuck in OVW limbo. So
Oh my
just bring him, just bring him in just to give him something new to do.
Is it Jesse Goddard who's Mr. Spectacular? Because he is. Okay,
Yeah, no, it is. Yeah,
fair enough.
In the tees, yeah.
Yeah, because
yeah,
like
and the winner of the reverse battle royal will be Joe Hendry.
I think it should be Shark Boy person.
I think it should be
think-
Suicide. That's just me though.
All right,
Dark
so
Savior.
this is kind of what Impact actually did for their show, but I'm gonna differentiate it a little bit. I'm gonna have a women's tag match. It's going to be Gail Kim and Awesome Kong versus MK Ultra.
Ooh, that's good. That match would actually,
Not for the Knockouts tag titles, but it's just a special
Showcase,
match.
yeah.
Yeah, and then
yeah.
let's think. X Division.
Definitely
Ultimate X, probably Ultimate X.
Yep, gotta be Ultimate X. Yep, gotta be 3 new guys, 3 old guys. So
Okay,
I do,
so that's,
I do Amazing Red. He'd be in it.
Amazing
We
Red.
could always pick one each. Like
Oh yeah,
one
and
new between us.
yeah, 2 each, one old, one new for all 3 of us.
Yeah.
Mike Bailey and trying to think of some. You know what? I don't know if he's like still in the business or he's retired, but Michael Shane.
Okay.
For
You mean
Shane,
is that Maverick Matt Bentley, or is that right?
The Bentley Bounce, yeah.
Fuck yeah, it's yeah, I think it is Matt. Oh yeah, it definitely is Maverick Matt Bentley. Hell yeah, I approve. All right.
All right, and then those are my 2.
I would do Amazing Red as my old guy, and then I would do Black Taurus as my new guy.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Black Taurus is my guy. Fuck, I'm trying to think of people who are actually in the X Division, because I don't really watch Impact like that. Oh, they got Myron Reed. Myron Reed's literally debuted
okay,
soon
yeah.
as fuck.
Good show.
So Myron Reed, considering he's
So
there
yeah,
now.
that's the Ultimate
and Loki.
X match.
And Loki.
Loki. All right.
Of course.
Well, isn't Loki in the reverse battle royal? I mean,
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
That was my suggestion for the Battle Royal. Yeah.
okay, another women's match I had in mind was Terra versus Trinity.
Is that new school versus old school? Oh,
yes.
I got confused
Yeah.
on who Trinity was. Oops.
Naomi.
Yeah,
I, think we should
I
do
know.
Trinity versus Trinity personally.
Yeah, it's definitely the Trinity in ECW, guys. Definitely her.
No, to be fair, ECW Trinity was actually quite a good wrestler.
That's what I hear. Yeah.
So yeah, I think that honestly that'd be a really good match. I think Terra is still doing occasional indie appearances, so
And the Rumble.
And yeah, and a Rumble.
let me think about it. I as much as I don't fucking like Bully Ray, Team 3D's got to be in a match.
Yeah, Barbie has got to have a match.
Yeah, I do.
So I was thinking Team 3D versus it needs to be another team that's like known for hardcore shit.
I would put LAX
about-
here, but we put Hernandez in the battle.
How
royal
about
already, so.
Eric Young and
Oh God, Eric. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
well, no,
Who is
Eric
that
Young is
from?
an old school.
Yeah, I think it should be Cody, Dina, and Big Con.
Oh, okay,
Big
yeah, you're
Con,
right.
yeah.
Actually,
That's
Con
good.
and Diener. Yeah, that works.
We could do a fatal 4-way
Um,
tag match instead. Do Team 3D, the Khan and Diener, and then we do maybe like damn it, I was gonna do Rock and Rave, but I forgot about Jimmy Rave. So
Yeah, he passed away.
I know that.
Hmm.
I would do maybe we take the Bromans out of the battle royal and do them here instead. Team 3D,
Okay, yeah.
Khan and Diener, the Bromans, and fucking Rhino and Heath.
They got. Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
that makes
I
more
mean,
sense.
even though Heath is not an Impact anymore, we can just make it work. Whatever.
Is he
Yeah,
not?
he left. He was October 1st was when his contract expired.
Oh wow, I didn't
And he
even
didn't
know.
All right. So, trying to think of some other like really good. I was thinking there could be like have it be like. So we were mentioning Daniels and Kaz. I was saying Bad Influence versus Austin and Bay.
Oh, that's good.
Ooh,
That's
that would actually
that's
be a
saucy.
number.
I fuck with that. It's good.
And then that's really all I have. I could like throw in like
What
maybe
about
one or two
Monty
more
Brown? Why is Monty Brown not
Should we?
bring out Monty
no.
Brown's
Yeah.
environment?
If we're going like full on like super fantasy booking, yes, I would have Monty Brown. I'd have Monty Brown squash Jay Bradley.
Oh
Not gonna
God.
lie. I to be fair, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like Monty Brown. I mean, definitely not now. But
I mean,
he
he's
could've probably
probably
made a comeback.
still like in really good shape. Like he's like a fitness coach.
Probably.
I mean,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I've
100%.
seen him. Yeah, he's fucking ripped. Yeah, I mean, it's not like he has anything holding him down anymore. Because before it was they had to
Also,
take care of
I was
just his
also
kids.
thinking, fucking America's Most Wanted have a match.
Oh,
But
Oh
I
yeah,
was-
I mean they wrestled a match like this year, so that would make sense.
that would.
I was thinking America's Most Wanted versus Southwell Subculture.
Oh yeah, they're in.
Beast.
Oh yeah, they're in Impact.
It's a good match. I would
Yeah.
also make the reverse battle royal for the digital media title because we got to put that in.
Oh yeah,
somehow.
you're right.
Yeah.
The
Which
Media
means,
title.
unfortunately, we're gonna have to have Tommy Dreamer in it.
Oh,
Boo.
But he's gonna lose. He's
But
gonna lose.
he'll
He's gonna
lose.
lose to Joe Hendry.
That's rocking, bro. I love that.
And then I was okay. So I have another women's match in mind, Rosemary versus ODB. I don't know if that match actually I think it might have happened, but
Probably.
it's another old versus new kind
Wait,
of thing.
is that
so.
would that be like the return of Rosemary then? Because she's doing the fucking Courtney Rush stuff.
Yes, it would. It just for
Yeah.
one night.
I mean, yeah, they brought back the fucking was it the Disciples of the New Church in that one Impact show in 2013. So
Yeah. So and then we need one more like special match that's like that's a very gimmicky one.
Monsters
I was
Ball. We gotta have Monsters Ball. 100%.
Yeah, Monsters Ball, but the problem is like Abyss is he's
But like,
very
yeah.
old and stuff. But
Yeah,
like,
but, like, we
he's
can-
old and he's also
Yeah.
broken down and
we can sub in some guys because like we can take PCO and somebody else out of the battle royal and put them in this match
I was
instead.
about to say, you can also just say that Abyss is like the fucking referee or whatever. 'cause
oh
he-
yeah. He could just be the
Yeah.
referee
Yeah,
man.
hell yeah. A special judge or something. I would do for that.
Oh,
Right.
he
Yeah.
could be Joseph Parks as the ref, and then like a bump happens and he puts the fucking mask on us and bullshit.
Oh yeah, no, that's base.
Oh,
I'd
that's
do
actually
that.
perfect.
Yeah.
And then
I would do. Who would
if
be
I
in
were
the
in-
Monsters Ball?
okay.
Moose was in one of the last ones I watched.
All right,
Yeah,
Moose.
Moose would work. Moose, PCO would both be in it.
Moose and PCO.
Lance Archer. There you go.
Oh yeah, Lance Archer,
Raven.
and then
Lance Archer. Yeah.
not Raven.
Oh boo! No
Um,
Raven. We're good.
We need
Oh,
one
yeah,
more like old name.
Old name.
Is
Crowbar.
Judas Messiah still? Is Judas Messiah still?
Yeah, he's
wrestling?
fucking. He's
Yeah,
still
oh,
working
he is.
AAA, yeah.
Still
Yeah, he
working?
is. Yeah.
Then Judas Messiah. There
Judas
we go.
Messias. That works. That works for me.
Judas.
And then I kind of want to do what you pitched, which was like the the Mount Rushmore versus Mount Rushmore, but I was gonna do it as just a singular tag match.
That's fine.
AJ and Joe versus like two.
I would do Alexander
Guys that-
Macklin.
Oh, okay, Alexander
Yeah.
Macklin. All right,
If-
so that's the
Alexander
card.
Macklin would also be a banger tag team in general.
Oh hell yeah.
So,
I would.
so let's get this card written down. We got the Reverse Battle Royal. We have Gail Kim and Awesome Kong versus MK Ultra. We have the Monsters Ball, PCO, Messias,
Larcher,
Moose.
Moose. Yeah.
and an Archer. We have Bad Influence versus ABC. For me, the main event is Christian Cage versus Shelley. Okay, so we just got done with the fantasy booking session. Now it's time to talk about our retro review for this week. headed by Nitro. So Nitro, you have the floor.
Oh, this is excellent. I'm very excited to get into the show because I have a lot of things to say. So this is going to be rather fun. The show we are watching for this week is TNA Impact from October 18th, 2007. This is right in the hot period of Impact. We're right in the hotbed. Right when Impact went to 2 hours. Right when Bound for Glory was happening. Right when they were getting a lot of big signings. This is after... we're after Cage, Sting, Angle. They all signed at this point. We're before Booker. Booker doesn't come until Genesis. So we're before Booker T and Main Event Mafia. But we're getting there. So this is that era of Impact. Our show starts with, as I mentioned before, it's a promo. First it begins with all the flashes of all the TNA guys, and then it goes like TNA. We are wrestling.
We are wrestling.
It's such a great intro. Although I'm not sure if I prefer it over TNA wrestling. Cross the line. That's a good era of TNA too. Yeah. Anyway, so anyway.
Actually, the show begins with I think it's Kurt and Karen backstage.
Oh yeah.
And
wait! I thought it would start with the BFG recap.
Yes, it did. It was the BFG recap with recaps of the Ultimate X, Monsters Ball, Gail Kim winning the Knockouts belt for the first time, Steiner's and Team
LAX
3D, Angle Sting. Yeah, and LAX did a thing too. Okay. Then we got the promo with Kurt and Karen. Here I call them Kurt and Karen Jarrett, but no, I'm talking about Kurt Angle and Karen Jarrett. Kurt and Karen Angle.
Jeremy Borash.
JB, Jeremy Borash. They blame Kevin Nash because Kevin Nash came in and cost Kurt the belt at BFG. And he accuses Jeremy Borash of sitting in the nosebleeds and not doing anything to stop Kevin Nash from interfering.
Yeah, that was funny. He was like, "What do you do this? What are you blind?
What are you blind?
Are you blind?
Jesus!"
Ironic enough, I know you're joking. I had that same note.
I didn't have that note, actually. It's kind of funny. But anyway.
Yeah, he didn't get a memo.
Yeah. He accuses Jeremy Borash of sitting in the nosebleeds and not doing anything to help Kurt retain the belt. And then Kurt says, it's shake and break time. And then he shoos Borash and Karen out of the room so he can train for his match. And I wrote down on a note, he's on some stiffy tonight, TBH. Definitely got... We're peak perk, ladies and gents. We are peak perk.
Yes.
We're here.
That is Sir Percocet.
He is on a whole... He's not even just on a whole new planet. He's on a whole other, galaxy.
Yeah, for sure.
So...
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't even know he's in a wrestling company.
No, brother. He probably still thinks he's in WWE because he sees fucking Christian still there. So he's like, oh, this is WWE. I'm not in TNA. This is not Impact.
Anyways, we get to the intro, which I think it's
one of the hottest intros Impact has ever done. It's a great intro.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
So good.
For sure.
It's like the broken glass with the remix version of the 2006 theme.
Yes.
Which is just a rip off of Adrenaline Rush by Bushnut. Adrenaline Rush now.
Adrenaline Rush now. That's funny. So after the intro, we get to the fireworks, and then Mike Tenay and Don West are our commentators, and Tenay lays out what we're getting for our show tonight. We're getting 3 championship, or as I put in quotes, championship parades for every new champ crowned at Bound for Glory. So we're getting one for Gail Kim, we're getting one for Styles and Tomko because they won the TNA tag belts, and we're getting one for Sting because he won the World Championship. Then they were showing something about more matches in the Fight for Your Right tournament, or the Right for Your Fight tournament, or the Fight for the whatever that tournament's name is.
We'll get to this later, but Jim Cornette fucking fucks it up.
Oh god.
All right.
Anyway.
So it starts off with Kurt Angle. He comes out.
Wait, I have one more thing to mention. This happens the whole show, but the sound effects are so loud I can barely hear what Tenay and West are saying for pretty much the whole show. It's like
I wanted to highlight a sign after you've to that, because I saw a fucking insane sign in the crowd.
Oh, of course, yeah. But like half the show, it's like, oh my god, guys, we're gonna do like a TNA Impact whoosh, ching, ching. It's just like half the time it's sound effects being super loud that I can barely hear what Tenay and West. It's the whole show. Their audio's too low. It irked me the whole show. Anyway,
Yeah, there was some dude in one of the camera shots they do when they start the show. I randomly noted here that there was some random like old dude in a shirt that was like a chick magnet shirt, like the Miz shirt.
Oh,
Just randomly says "Big Papa Pump is my hookup," and that was a sign he had.
hell yeah. In the
In
the Miz Chick Magnet shirt. That's even crazier.
yeah, fucking grandpa's got the fucking Scott Steiner's hooking him up with pills, ladies.
For sure. Hell yeah. All right. So Kurt comes out to ringside. He's got a massive gash on his head. Probably, I'm assuming it was from Bound for Glory, but he's got a major gash on his head that I'm just distracted by. But big old gash. Normal stuff so far. He just kind of goes off on Kevin Nash, goes off on the fans. A fan shouts at him, "You suck." Oh, no. Actually, no. The fans chant, "You suck," and then he goes, "You suck back."
And, okay, so I need to talk about this. During the promo, he's like, NWO my ass. It means never 1-0.
It's funny because right before that he goes, "I don't even know what NWO stands for." Like, brother.
Well, that's why you weren't in the group, dude. You don't know what it means, brother.
Well, that's why you're not a member of the XWF, brother. Or maybe you are, dude.
XWF Revival 2007.
Oh my god. Oh, Christ. God.
So he randomly just targets the NWO group for some fucking reason.
I guess, which tracks because we're getting Scott Hall in 2 months. No showing Turning Point, so it makes sense. Checks out.
And then, Kevin Nash, he comes out and he looks old.
Yeah.
The crazy
he
theme.
hobbles to the ring. A recap plays of Nash costing Angle the match at Bound for Glory, and then Kevin Nash accosts Angle and says if he wants to say anything to Angle, he should say it right to his face. And a great edit job by the editor here, because the show's taped, so they edit afterwards. A great job who cuts a chunk of Kurt walking up to Nash, because Kurt's going to Karen being like, "Hey, what am I supposed to do?" They literally cut that part out and cut to where Kurt's walking up to him. Great job. Good job there.
Yeah.
We'll get multiple of that during the show. Nash comes out because he says he feels sorry for Kurt Angle, and he demands that Angle apologize to him.
Kurt Angle, he calls him a joke and a disgrace to the business.
Yeah, he scrubbed. Yeah, he calls him Dr. Nash and says his his advice sucks.
Jokes aren't funny, apparently.
Yeah, your advice sucks, your jokes aren't funny, and you're a disgrace to the business, so fuck you, buddy. Go back to WCW, we don't like you here. Anyway.
Kurt, I'd just like to inform you that WCW has been dead for about 6 years now.
Kurt, WCW
really?
doesn't exist anymore? WCW's not a company anymore?
He's been on the book so long.
No, Kurt, he's just staring into the abyss.
Yeah,
and after he said that, he's like, he doesn't even say a single thing. And Jeremy Borash
that isn't the show with that isn't the show with Big Show as the world champion. No, that was ECW.
that was ECW. That's funny.
Anyways, and then Kurt Angle then proceeds to try to fight Kevin Nash, and then Nash jackknifes him.
Well, actually, to put context into that, Angle says he has a fight tonight. We don't know who he's facing, and then Nash is like, "Yeah, man, I'll challenge you instead." Then Angle tries to attack him, and then Nash goes for a sick-looking jackknife. Yeah.
Yeah, and then he fucking unbuttons his shirt, does the fucking
Hurrah! Hurrah! Yeah.
Wow.
They were not on prime time.
Yeah. Then we get an ad break, and then after said ad break, we get a recap of what just happened. So there you go.
Yes, that's how it was on TV at that point. We get an update on Kurt Angle.
Wait. Before we get an update on Kurt Angle, we get the sound effects. Whoosh, boosh. Then we get Kurt Angle, who's in bed, healing his wounds.
He's laying in bed. He's like, my neck, my back, my pussy, and my crack.
I wrote down the same note. That's awesome. Hell yeah.
And then like they're like talking over things, and then Karen is like, "Okay, maybe you should make it up to Kevin Nash." And they were asking, "Okay, what does he like?"
Porn?
He likes porn.
Porn. It's funny because he was gonna go to the convenience store and grab porn, and then Kurt's like, is there like what kind of porn's over there? And Boris is like, oh, there's actually a lot of good selections of porn in the convenience store. Not that I watched them or anything. No way, brother.
What a self-reporter Jeremy Borash is.
I love Jeremy Borash, dude. He's just he's getting rough into the business. I remember there was a TNA episode where I fucking forget what happened, but I think it was AJ Styles was hiding in his house because he was afraid to face Sting. And Jeremy Borash just spends the whole episode trying to get AJ Styles out of his room, and also he like interviews AJ Styles' whole family. Like,
yeah, I actually remember watching that episode too.
For sure,
that was like in 2008.
Hell yeah, this dude, like Jeremy Borash, is trying to get to the thick of the people he's interviewing. It's so good. But then Kurt's like, maybe I should just tell Nash this is all one big joke. And then Karen leaves, and she's like, Kurt, you're being like a bitch. And then Kurt's like,
don't forget the porn.
Don't forget the porn.
So our first match up on tap is Alex Shelley versus Chris Sabin. This is a fight for the right tournament match.
Right before he goes into this, I noted down that they had a visual of what the Fight for Your Right tournament was, and they played a shitty rendition of Fight for Your Right by the Beastie Boys. Thought I wanted to mention that.
Wow.
Yeah, great.
The only time that's brought up on the show.
Oh, yeah.
And then so Alex Shelley versus Chris Sabin both come out to the same theme song, and it's a D tier Machine Guns theme.
It's funny because like there have been I think this was an OSW point where I was watching the OSW for Genesis 09 recently, and they made a point where, because like Shelley and Sabin were facing each other there too, they made a point how they don't keep the theme playing when both guys are coming out. They just restart the theme because Dale Oliver does 40-second themes and not the full Jim Johnston 3-minute bangers that he used to do. So they have to start the theme back over again for Shelley when he comes out after Sabin. It's quite funny. So Shelley comes out, Sabin comes out. Then they start their matchup. Crowd is split between the middle. Both are chanting for both guys, and the match. Okay, so you know how the phrasing goes that like the match didn't get out of second gear, so it kind of suffered as a result. They didn't even go into first gear. Yeah.
They didn't even start the fucking car.
No way, brother. That car's still.
They were trading fucking shit.
That car's still in the junkyard, dude. That car ain't starting. That car ain't fucking starting.
The car ain't got no wheels.
No way.
No
yeah.
engine.
Yeah.
No wheels, no engine, no nothing. You gotta do
wheels.
Flintstone style. You gotta push it with your feet.
Yeah, for sure. You gotta just run it with your feet. Yeah. The match goes for like a minute or two, and it's just them doing like headlocks and shit. And then Team 3D come out and ruin the match, and it's a DQ finish.
They cost the match.
And then Team 3D. There's a bunch of things that happen. Sabin does a Rikishi bump on a Devon running lariat, which I thought was pretty funny. And then
Devon had the titties out.
Oh yeah, Devon had the nips out. They start whipping machine guns with a belt as they're attacking them, and then they I think they yell at them for ruining their chance at the tag belts, or no, they're ruining their chance to beat the Steiners at BFG. That was why they were attacking them, I think. Right?
Yeah, that, and they also wanted to kill the X Division
because.
Yeah, that was the start of that storyline.
Yeah. It's funny because like they attack they attack Shelley and Sabin, and when they're like, "Yeah, here's why we did it, because we can."
Yeah.
Yeah, because fuck the X Division.
Yeah, we're fat. We can't go in the X Division.
Yeah. Cruiserweights can cruiserweight, brother.
So this is what's funny. So they said get me the tables instead of get the tables, because I think that was copyright by the Fed, which is
really
yes. I think that's why they did it.
Yeah.
And then they did stereo power bombs through the tables on Shelley and Sabin.
And then Team 3D's really awesome bad theme played. Look out, look out.
Yeah, it's the Bombshell by Powerman 5000 ripoff.
This is one of my favorite bad themes ever. It's terrible. It's so bad, but it's so funny. It's just
I know.
just sort of a bombshell,
like,
but it's yeah.
But considering like there's been a lot of like TNA themes that are like so bad that they're funny. Like one I can mention is Voodoo Kin Mafia, where it's like
Oh my God.
911, what's your emergency? Help me! They're in my.
I just realized they have the home invasion intro. They're baby faces, by the way.
Yeah. I forgot about that, bro. They're
running
baby
up
faces,
people's
dude.
cribs.
Damn.
All right, so
Oh man.
we move on. Jim Cornette's pissed because he, I don't know why.
Actually,
No,
I-
he's pissed off at Team 3D,
Yeah.
and I only know that because he calls them the Burrito
Peter
Brothers.
Brothers. Yes.
the what? I forgot about that. What the fuck?
I actually wrote down Jim Cornette complains, not something that I'm not used to here.
It's just
This was him
but
recording his
this time
podcast.
yeah, this is like the early days of the Jim Cornette drive-through right here.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. For
The
sure.
inaugural episode of Matt Morgan.
Oh yeah, fucking Matt Morgan, yeah. Blueprint. Yeah.
So-
As Cornette is kind of berating the Burrito Brothers, Christian Cage comes in with a ladder and he claims he should take a spot in the tournament. So he just brings in a ladder. Why?
Why?
Not a ladder match. He just brought in a ladder.
I don't know.
Yeah. And then Joe shows up and he's like, "Yeah, I should take the spot in the tourney." And then
He's
Cage.
wearing a hat. He's
Yeah,
wearing a
he's-
shield hat.
Wearing fucking Seth Rollins shield hat.
Oh, he is.
It was like,
Sure. Yeah. Cage threatens to slap Joe's face through the ladder, and then Joe strangles him, and then there's a fight. And then that's where Matt Morgan comes in. Because I didn't see him before, but then wild Matt Morgan appears.
Yeah, shuts up.
Yeah, shuts up. Oh god, this next segment. Brace yourselves, guys.
my note here is all caps, Disco Inferno sit-down interview, end me now.
I put Mike Tenay interviews in caps, Disco Inferno.
Well, I put fucking...
Here he's called
I just,
Glenn.
like-
Yeah. Here he's called Glenn Gilberti, but we all know him as Disco Inferno.
yeah.
He wrestles as Disco Inferno later as well, so that's
Yes, he
more
does.
confusing.
Yeah. Mike Tenay is kind of interviewing him. Disco says he's one of the best wrestlers in the world. Brother, no, you're not.
No, you're not.
No, you're not.
No
Get-
way.
get-
You're
brother,
not
get
even-
outta here.
you
Even
wouldn't
Mike Tenay
even
was
be-
like, you sure?
No.
You wouldn't
sure about
even
that?
be in the top 1,000.
No.
Like you wouldn't even be on the list at all.
No, brother, you are so bad. I bet NWA wouldn't even hire this guy. No.
Disco Inferno has never had a good match in his entire fucking career.
Hell yeah. When was he ever over? Why was he ever
Never.
over?
He
Never.
was never.
He had a good theme song, that's about it.
His theme song was over. That's why.
Sure, his gimmick was over, but
Disco Fever.
you know what? Anybody could do the disco gimmick. Because it was
Yes.
him.
Disco
He was the one that got over. But anybody
What was
could do
like
that fucking
fucking-
gimmick.
Brodus Clay got it over.
Hell yeah, Brodus Clay got that
like-
over. Yeah.
Oh, so Disco Inferno says like he's in the best shape of his life, and he asks, "Hey, why TNA?"
Why would you come to TNA? Don't come here.
Because the WWE won't hire me.
I guess. Apparently, like.
Go work CZW.
Yeah,
You could work Madman fucking one.
Bro,
God.
yes, have Glenn Gilberti face Nick Gage in the Tournament of Death, and
it's-
just have him kill Disco Inferno.
Oh my god.
Now, what you mean Glenn Boy's joining the Hate Club?
The hate club. Oh god. Oh Jesus. What's so funny about all of this is that this whole segment, to the whole night with Disco Inferno, it's an advertisement for a shitty parody movie called The Comebacks. That's what I didn't know this is an advertisement. I've heard about this segment, but I didn't know it was an advertisement for a movie. I didn't know that.
All I knew about the movie is I saw the footage of some dude falling down the stairs.
Yeah.
That I kept playing on the show.
It's probably Disco Inferno.
Yeah, that was in
Maybe,
the
I don't
movie.
know. Maybe. And while they're interviewing him after they go through all the spiel, Scott Steiner walks in and he's like, "Hi, Tenay," and he legit shoots a dagger shot at Disco, and he's like, "Give it up," and he leaves.
No, that was for shoot.
That was for
Yeah,
sure.
no, Disco was like, what the fuck?
Like, huh? Yeah.
Scott.
Like, Scott, what?
Really?
Huh? What? All right. Who boy?
We recorded like 5 fucking takes of this pre-tape, and you are here at ruining it every single time.
Walking in with the fucking hat.
Fuck you, dude. Nah, Scott Steiner's just doing that just to be a dick. He addicted to disco.
Kill
He's
yourself.
just
Pretty much. Kill yourself now.
no. Now I just imagining the fucking low tier god image with Scott Steiner. Your life means nothing, you candy ass.
Candy ass.
You should kill yourself.
You should kill yourself now.
Some lost your oxygen.
Your lives are zero purpose. Oh my god!
Someone else could be using your oxygen.
God.
Lord Almighty.
No, just the mental image of Scott Steiner being low tier god is making me lose my shit.
Someone needs to make that. Someone needs to make that like now.
Yeah,
All right.
somebody
Okay,
has to.
we'll move on. Let's move on before we all blow a gasket and die.
Yeah, let's move on. So our next, we have a match coming up next. Actually, it is a squash match. It's Awesome Kong versus some lady named Talia Madison, who I found out was Velvet Sky. So
Yeah,
early
and
Out to
Velvet
fucking
Sky.
weird Linkin
3
Park
beautiful
sounding
people, Talia, and she comes out to a ripoff of All the Things She Said by Tattoo.
Huh.
And then so yeah, Kong just completely packs and smokes Talia.
Yeah,
Spinning back fist, powerbomb for the win.
indeed.
So
And then her music is too loud, so I can't hear what Tanae and West are saying, as usual. It makes a lot of sense.
It's saying like, oh, she's undefeated.
No. Whoosh! And it's just sound effects and the fucking graphics that go off. Christ. All right. Borash is interviewing Kevin Nash now. He calls Kevin the center of attention. And Kevin Nash says he's trying to lighten things up. He says if Kurt wants to find out how much diesel, is left in the tank, then he should. Honk, honk. So,
Should have done the sound effect.
Should have, yeah.
I should just put like the fucking SpongeBob clip. Oh brother, this guy stinks.
so pretty much, Karen tries to work things out with Kevin Nash, but Kevin is reluctant. Then we get an interview with Wildcat Chris Harris and Rhino.
Wait, before this,
What?
this I think this was the Feed Me and Sora watch. There was a commercial for the Christian Cage DVD.
Oh, what?
And in those DVDs they have like a mini documentary or whatever.
Oh yeah.
And there was a specific image where we saw Christian with none other than Adam Copeland, and it was like an image of them like in their early days in the indies.
That's crazy.
And I was, and my note was Edge on TNA. What's Corner doing in the Impact Zone?
What's yeah.
Ledge?
Ledge?
What's Ledge doing in the Impact Zone?
What's Legend doing in the Impact Zone? Legend.
Sexton
Coke doing
Hardcastle.
Damon Stryker. That's a deep cut. Damon Stryker. I'm just gonna start calling him that from now on. Damon Stryker. It's a good name.
Damon Stryker.
Damon Stryker. Anyway, now we get to the interview with Wildcat Chris Harris and Rhino. Chris Harris interrupts the interviewer in the middle of her interview, and he berates her by going, "Are you going to ask the same questions that you always ask every week, such as, what are your feelings on this match?" I mean, valid. Like, what kind of a question is that? Like, how do you feel about teaming with
She
Rhino?
nods. She's like, yeah, that's exactly what I was going to ask, actually.
Exactly, yeah. Harris says that Rude and Storm are the best people in TNA to knock around. Interesting tidbit there. Okay. Okay.
I like that wording. Also, shouts out Chris Harris and the goated white and orange gear here.
Shouts out. Yeah. Shouts out Wildcat. What the fuck happened to him, man? Dude could have
They
been.
they didn't care. That's
No.
He went to
really,
WWE.
Yeah, he became. Well,
he
first of all,
he became Braden Walker.
first of all, he was jobbed out by Black Rain. Then he went to WWE.
And it just went even more downhill from him.
He went to
much.
the Ryan Braddock era
Yeah.
of some fucking WWE.
Ryan, it was
was-
Braden Walker. Ryan Braddock was Jay Bradley.
Oh my god, it fucking was as well.
Yeah. Yup.
Yeah, I was like, because I was thinking, me and Sora were like thinking about this, because like I think if Chris Harris never really went to the WWE, I think he probably would have had like a decent run in like Japan or something.
Yeah, for sure. Do you think he could have made it in WWE if they booked him right?
No.
Probably. I'm saying that with a ginormous asterisk because they don't. This was in that era of WWE where they would just, if you weren't CM Punk, if you were from the Indies, we were just gonna shit on you, and make you a jobber and whatever.
To be fair, at around that time they were shitting on Punk too. They gave him the world belt.
Right.
He had the match. The only time he ever had a clean victory was against JBL and Jericho. Because then Great American Bash, he lost against Batista because Kane came out, DQ.
Yeah, and this was also, I think Evan Bourne came in around this time too. And It took him just a bit to get momentum, but like eventually he did get over. But and then he got RKO'd by Orton, and they hated him.
Well, I mean, then he had the team with Kofi, and then that was it. Like he literally got
Air Boom.
Air Boom. Then after that, he got the injury that sort of just was like, that was it. That was it for Bourne. Which is sad because he was
all
good.
right. So back on the subject of the show.
Rhino comes out. Rhino appears right next to Harris, and Harris berates him. This is around the time where Rhino's having that feud with James Storm, that beer drinking championship feud that they were doing.
Yes, and the beer drinking championship is just a replica of the spinner with a giant beer bottle.
With a giant beer bottle on it. Yep. And then Chris Harris, before he leaves, is like, I hope you can stay sober tonight. Okay.
Oh my god, yeah.
Damn.
Damn.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure Rhino, as well as doing that, I'm pretty sure also had like actual drinking problems around this time.
Yeah, it's a bit rough. I think we have our next match coming up. It's Proto Beer Money, Storm and Rude. They're not called Beer Money yet, nor do they have the theme. They come out to Rude's theme, which is a version of Take a Fall. So
I thought that they came out separately because they both had managers. Pretty sure.
I believe they came out together because Jacqueline and Miss Brooks came out with both of them. I believe.
I mean, I don't remember.
I don't know. Yeah, but it's Proto Beer Money versus Harrison Rhino. Once again, I can't hear shit. The music is too loud. I don't know what TNA and West are saying, but I can't hear them. So seems right on point with what TNA was, what the whole show's been so far. So yeah.
It's been the match itself was like. It was kind of forgettable. There was maybe a couple spots I pointed out. Like there was a stalling suplex spot. Rude and Storm had like pretty good chemistry throughout the match. Like it was, we could tell Beer Money was coming like a mile away because those two were like really good with their tag team maneuvers, and the finish was the payoff. So
yeah. I didn't write down much about the match. I wrote down two things before the match. Because this is a Bobby Roode and TNA entrance, we kind of have to get our Bobby Roode entrance. Bobby Roode. Bobby Roode. Bobby Roode. Yeah. And then I've always thought Wildcat's solo theme was very funny. One of my favorite bad themes. It's a banger, but there's a part in the song where there's this singer going like, "We find the defendants guilty. We find the defendants guilty." It's so cheesy. Like it's funny though.
Dale Oliver was just the king of either themes that were just unironic bangers or that were like so bad that they were funny. Like
it was like Chris Harris's theme is basically more human than human by White Zombie, but it's yeah. At least the beginning part of it was. Then it transitioned into the shitty singing that was going on.
And then I did put a note here. Get a free week of TNA Mobile.
Yay! Free TNA Mobile, my favorite.
It's legitimately the TNA Mobile. Okay, so this is a very weird, obscure reference, but you remember that like fucking cell phone company that like forgot the fucking name of it. They were responsible for fucking Crazy Frog.
Oh Lord.
They were like the they were like a company.
Jamster.
Yeah.
Jamster.
They were. I assumed TNA Mobile was just like like Jamster because like Jamster was infamous for like I know I'm going on a little bit of a side tangent here, but Jamster was infamous for saying, "Oh, you'll get a free week and you'll get like this and that in their commercials, but then they won't tell you how to cancel."
Huh.
So you were stuck paying a fee every week or month.
So
I think that was
you were
I
stuck
did
paying
mention
a
this match as
monthly.
well.
Oop,
Oh, sorry.
no, you good.
yeah, like it was. Yeah, I mean it was. That's what I assumed TNA Mobile was like. Just imagine like Dixie Carter working with Jamster and just like, okay, we need our own mobile phone service, and then they're like, oh yeah, but we won't tell them how to cancel it.
How much?
Very TNA.
How much is TNA Mobile a month? How much was it?
It was probably like $3, $5 a month, and that was, which if you put in inflation, that's probably like $15
Probably. So
now.
Oh, gross. So I'm paying the price for HBO Max to fucking get TNA Mobile? No thanks.
All right, so Jeremy Borash is with Kazarian now, so.
Oh yeah, we have a Kazarian promo. Yay, my favorite. He qualifies for the Fight for Your Right tournament. He also says he was stuck with Raven's douchebaggery for a year. Basically burying Raven. Gee, thanks.
I was about to say, to be fair, this is also in reference to, was it Melatonin or whatever the fuck the group was called?
Serotonin.
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 Yeah. Melatonin,
enough.
more like melatonin. Anyway.
Because that group puts me to sleep.
Yeah. One more quick thing to correct you, Chris. It is $3 in 2023 is $4.44.
Okay. Inflation fucked me up. So.
Yeah, I was gonna say, no way, I'm paying $15 for that. No, it's just $4.
Yeah, especially for TNA Mobile.
You were making me nervous. Like you made me real nervous there for a sec.
Just get wallpapers and ringtones for $4 a month.
For $4 a month.
You say you don't want you're saying you don't want Chris Harris's theme.
No,
No. Just imagine. Okay, just imagine the scenario. You're like in school or something. You forget to turn your phone on vibrate, and then the whole class hears, "Help me! They're in my ding."
I would laugh hard if like I had the Black Rain ringtone and like during class people would hear yeah while my ringtone was going off. That's awesome.
Bree-woo.
You're in class fucking every day of my life.
Every day. Actually, this point it was after that. He didn't have that.
Oh
thing.
yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
Actually, no, this is before the Grits remix at least.
It was the in between.
Yeah, it was the in betweener. Yeah.
It's the theme that was in the game, basically.
For sure. Yeah. Anyway. And then Kaz says, anything I get, I earn. And I'm gonna fight for my right to party. Pause.
Boo!
Wait, no, wait.
Get that motherfucker off the stage.
You didn't let me finish.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Sorry.
All right, so Kaz says he's gonna fight for his right to party. Pause. For gold.
Oh God.
Yeah.
He also kept referring to himself as the KAZ.
Yeah,
well.
get your ass off the stage.
I was say, is that Kaz or is that the KAZ? He keeps calling himself that during the interview. As well.
Oh, he does. Yeah, the KAZ.
Yeah, it was Kaz.
Yeah.
Kaz, not Kazarian.
KAZ.
Yeah. KAZ. All right, now we get to the pretty much the biggest segment of the night. The Parade of Champions. Mike Tenay and Corny are out at in the ring doing the Parade of Champions. Don West is doing commentary by himself, which should probably be fun. It's good. So they're introducing the Parade of Champions, and then Black Machismo, the X Division champion, immediately shows up. Yeah. Then he shakes...
Which is funny because, like, he didn't win a title. He retained the title.
Yeah, he retained the championship. Well, he is a champion, so... He should be led into the Parade of Champions.
He has a point.
He's a champion. So he does the macho handshake to Jim Cornette, and then goes, "Ooh yeah!" Then he leaves.
Yeah,
with
pointless. I don't know why he did that.
It's funny because he leaves with his music still playing. So it's like Taz and Rumble 01.
Yeah. So the first one to come out is Gail Kim. So yeah. So I put here that history maker Gail Kim up first because. Genuinely, I think TNA was. I mean, this is probably like it's pretty common knowledge that TNA was super ahead of their time with women's wrestling in the U.S. It's I was because like I know there's a lot of people that like gas up like how the women's revolution is in WWE, and I'm like, TNA did this like fucking shit 9 years before like WWE did anything. Like even like during the era of like Beth Phoenix and Mickie James, like they weren't doing very good. But then like it was like in TNA, it was like a whole different story. They were like, you know, it was the women were being booked really well, and like Impact still books women pretty well. So
For sure. Yeah.
And so I wrote here. I know this is kind of setting this whole thing short, but I wrote here Jim Cornette saying, "Take this bell and fuck off."
Basically, he puts her over and is like, "Yeah, on to the next one. We're moving on."
Yes, and they call it the TNA Women's Championship, which is weird because they established the Knockouts name. Did they establish the Knockouts name
Yes,
here?
because they said Knockouts. I didn't hear them say Women's Championship. I just heard them say Knockouts. So the belt was already established at this point. The name of the Knockouts was established. Anyway, she goes to the back, and then our new tag champions come out: Tomko and AJ. Jim Cornette.
Tomko is fucking crazy. He's got a black tank top and a beanie. This man put all the belts on him.
I fucking love Tomko. He's got a great physique. He's got a good look. I love his bald head with a big goatee. It's awesome. Why wasn't he?
Wasn't he IWGP Tag Champion at this point?
Yeah,
too?
he was the small tag belts with AJ. That is crazy.
No, it wasn't with AJ. No. He was with Giant Bernard.
Oh my god!
As IWGP Tag Champ.
Oh my god. Okay. All right.
And so I see, and then AJ, he's like, he thinks he's like accepting this really huge award. He pulls out a list of people he wants to shout out.
He's like
he shouts out Rocky IV,
specifically Ivan Drago, Ivan Drago.
Yeah.
And then on the other side in WWE, CM Punk is just pissed off for some fucking reason.
Because he hasn't seen Rocky, brother. But
he shouts out Rocky IV. He shouts out Pokemon.
Pokemon Diamond is awesome.
Yeah. I mean, good. That's
right.
I mean, pretty based. And he shouts out Kip James for some fucking reason.
Yeah,
why?
Because he's so old and keeping it real or whatever.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you shout out Kip James? I would shout out Kip James.
I mean, yeah. I would too. I was just like, that is a random like. I think it was like when they were like putting that segment together. They were like, okay, AJ, what are you going to shout out? And I'm gonna shout out my favorite movie, my favorite video game, and my favorite wrestler in the company. That's
Pokemon Diamond.
I think it was
tracks.
Because there was like a rumor he was like fucking mentored by Kip James earlier on.
Oh, so okay, interesting.
And then Christian comes out.
Yeah, Christian comes out. He takes this opportunity to beg Jim Cornette to let him in the Fight for Your Right tournament. Oh god. And then he says,
and that's after saying, "Oh yeah, you thanking all these people, you should be thanking me."
Yeah, they're thinking me. And then
he says he's the champion, which I wrote this. By the time we were watching this was when this was before he actually won the TNT title. He was doing this shit with Luchasaurus in 2023.
That's fair.
Like that's just the magic of Christian. He's
for sure. Funniest thing in this whole segment is that Jim Cornette's like, yeah, okay, I'm going to give you and Joe a match tonight. And I'm going to give you and Joe the right to fight for your right to fight for your right.
Right to your right to fight the right, the might,
the fight for your right, the right for your fight, whatever that tournament's name is.
Jim Cornette is probably so... I put in like brackets, Jim Cornette has an aneurysm.
He's just as embarrassed here as he was in that Dairy Queen drive-thru.
Oh, I remember that fucking video.
One of my favorite videos ever.
It was the guy who was recording it was Chris Jericho.
Yeah, it was Jericho, Storm, and a bunch of ECW dudes. And Cornette gets out to go. I think somebody fucked up his order or something. And
it was like they put in a really big order because it was like a lot of people in the car.
Right.
And they thought, and the people at Dairy Queen thought it was like a prank order.
Oh.
So that's why he got so mad.
Okay, I didn't know that context.
and then yeah, so like I can imagine Jim Cornette wants to strangle Vince Russo after this because he fucked up. but he wants to put the blame on somebody else. So he's like, Vince Russo, get over here.
Only Russo would write a line like, "I'm gonna, you guys will earn the right to fight for your right, to fight for your right, to right for your fight, to fight for the whatever that jabroni's name is." I bet that was
We're not even there yet.
I bet that was a fucking Russo thing. He was like, "Yeah, Jim, fuck you, bro. Fuck you. I'm right. I am.
Stupid tournament.
Yeah, you're gonna get this tournament over, bro. And I'm not helping you. It's all
You're
you.
on your own, bro.
Yeah,
it's all you.
You're on your own, bro. This was my idea, but you're on your own."
That definitely sounds like something Russo would do.
100%. 100%.
Okay. And then finally, Sting comes out.
He is wearing one of the ugliest shirts I've ever seen.
I didn't take note of his shirt, to be honest. I knew he was wearing the jacket the whole time.
Yeah, but I can't remember if it was a red and black shirt, but I just thought it was a not very appealing looking shirt.
A lot of his TNA shirts are kind of gaudy.
Yeah. How do you guys feel about his TNA theme? Because I like it.
I like Slammy.
It's
Slammy
iconic.
It's definitely okay. So the thing is that wasn't his first theme. His first theme was actually just a Seek and Destroy ripoff. And then he got Slammy, which actually I think Slammy is one of his best themes. I like his AEW theme. I like the that theme he had in WCW, the Crow theme.
I read
like Seek and Destroy.
Yeah, of course.
Oh yeah, Seek and Destroy is good.
I saw a comment.
His WWE. No, I don't like his WWE theme. His WWE theme sucked.
I'm indifferent.
It was cinematic, is what it was.
I heard a comment somewhere about Sting's TNA theme when I keep listening to it every now and then, and I see a comment on that video that says, "This is a good theme because it's a symbol of Sting's unpredictability," which I'm like, yeah. Okay.
Okay, I can see that.
Oh, yeah, it's a very unpredictable theme. It's like, where's this gonna go? So I get that. I totally get that. So, yeah, Sting comes out. Corny's like, "You fought long and hard to get this belt, and you and I have known each other for..." No, sorry, TNA says this. "You fought long and hard to get this belt. You and I have known each other for about 20 years. Then Kurt Angle comes out in a wheelchair.
On the fucking perk Vader.
Yeah, he's back on his perk. Back on perk era.
Yeah.
Perk era on the elevator, lifting up like fucking Cody on Raw.
Oh no way. Kurt
Wheelchair.
the Curtivator?
The Curtivator.
The Curtivator.
Like, his literally goes.
Before the Cody Vader, we had the Kurt Vader.
Honestly, if like Kurt's gonna have his own elevator, it should make the creaking noises that Aleister Black's elevator made.
Oh god.
Creak.
I remember they put that in his theme. Like they just added that to his song.
Oh yeah,
Kurt
they did.
Angle. Back on track here. Kurt Angle says that he has a doctor's note due to serious trauma of the spinal cord.
Checks out.
Yeah, he got power bombed. I mean, by jackknifed by Kevin Nash, and it wasn't even just the soft jackknife he gives to the people he likes. It's the one he gives to the jabronis.
Of course. Yeah.
I mean, this is Kurt Angle as well, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it says there's going to be. I don't know if this is right, but like I think there's going to be a rematch next week for the title, Angle versus Sting.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So.
One thing I want to mention for the next segment. So they show a graphic of the Fight for Your Right tournament. The first time we're seeing this in like a half hour. It hasn't even been mentioned. Because we did the Parade of Champions, we did the Kaz interview, we did the match with Harris and Rhino, we did the Kevin Nash promo, we did Disco Inferno. It's been like 30 minutes since this segment happened. We had one mention from Kaz, and that's all we had. They showed a graphic of this tournament. We didn't really get an answer to what happened with Shelley and Sabin, right? We was never told what happened because their match was DQ'd. Well, in 30 minutes, the graphic shows back up, and in Shelley and Sabin's bracket, it says out. So I guess they're just eliminated because Team 3D fucked up their match.
That is some very TNA bullshit, right?
Definitely. Ray probably
said
backstage, "Oh, you got to take these cruiserweights out this tournament,
Basically, yeah. That's exactly what he said. And then Joe and Cage are taking their place in the tournament. So that's yay.
All right. So the next matchup on tap is Kaz versus Lance Hoyt.
Yeah. We get a really bad jump cut because Hoyt and Christy Hemme are sharing a very long kiss, and then it just smash cuts right to Kaz coming out. So it's like they didn't even get in the ring, and it was a jump cut right to Kaz coming out.
I wrote in my notes, everybody lives, because this is like way before the Lance Archer we know today. This is still like Rock and Rave Infection.
Yeah, this is Jobber
Lance Hoyt.
This is Tramp Stamp Hoyt
Yeah, this is before he goes to Japan and becomes like a beast. So
yeah, for sure.
Everybody lives Lance Hoyt. For real.
For real.
So here's something I pointed out during the match because in the commentary, because I was able to hear the commentary. They I think it was either Mike Tenay or Don West. One of them said it. They were like, TNA is in negotiations with several major names in the wrestling business.
Oh,
what a way to put your fans' expectations really high. Like, oh, they got Brock Lesnar, they got Chris Jericho. Nah, you got Booker T.
Yeah, bro. Fuck yeah, you got Booker T, dude. Past his prime Booker T too. You got 40-year-old Booker.
Yeah, that's past his prime.
Past his prime. Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's like, it's funny because that's definitely something TNA would do. They'd just be hyping up this big, major former superstar, and it's just some random mid-carder.
You know,
Well, then again, Booker T was a main eventer,
yeah.
but it was a main eventer like a decade beforehand.
You know what would be really funny if Tenay said this right before they went to the four-sided ring? Oh my God, this big wrestler is gonna make a big TNA debut, and it's Val Venus.
Boo!
I would fucking laugh so hard. I shouldn't because I hate Val Venus, but it'd be funny.
Too. All right, so the match ends with a kiss distraction and then just a kick.
Yeah.
So
Casket?
Yeah, it was certainly a match.
Yeah.
It was
that was
Major League Eating.
Yeah. This guy,
Kid Rock over here.
this dude named Crazy Legs Connie is interviewed for Major League Eating because MLE is the show airing after TNA does. Crazy Legs Connie puts over Major League Eating. He's like, you're gonna see some buffet busters, some gustatory gladiators, and you're gonna see me and Jumpin' Joey Chestnut in the Chow Down Challenge.
Jumping Joey Chestnut.
This man, I know he probably has nothing to. He probably just doesn't give a shit about pro wrestling, but he's got like the catchphrases and the promo.
He also has the kid. He has like the Kid Rock face.
He does.
They should. He just looks like fucking Kid Rock.
Russo, if you're listening, you gotta book Major League Eating, man. You have to go there. You have to book Joey Jumpin' Chestnut versus this dude in a hot dog eating contest. Listen to me.
A hot dog eating contest ends in 2 minutes because someone made a run-in.
Hell yeah. Somebody makes a run-in during a hot dog eating contest. Jesus Christ.
Throws the plate of hot dogs on the other opponent. It breaks out into a brawl, and then the bloodbath misses.
Jesus Christ.
Scott Steiner shows up.
Definitely.
Scott Steiner shows up, puts him in the Steiner recliner.
No,
Son of a bitch.
It'd be even funnier if like the bloodbath happens and like both Joey and this Crazy Legs Connie guy move out of the way while they're still eating their hot dogs. They just move
chowing down on a glizzy.
Yeah, chow down on a glizzy. This reminds me of I don't know if you guys have seen this segment, but I think it was New Blood and Kevin Nash doing a WCW segment, and
I know about that.
Yeah,
the bloodbath just misses.
Yeah,
Nash,
like
a little bit.
Yeah,
just by super far away, and it splashes the front row in the area.
Yeah. Oh my God, no way! This
yes.
fucking splash zone to a WCW Thunder? No way, brother! Oh my God,
that is crazy.
Oh man.
And now we're here. We're at the point. The reason why we watched the show in the first place. Here comes the Junior Fatu promo.
Yeah, he comes in.
God.
He basically just buries Crazy Legs Connie and all of Major League Eating because he's like, yeah, Connie, if you're throwing the buffet, then you'd have to shut it down because
I put this as a note. The Rock from Wish.com because they were trying so hard to essentially make him the Rock because hey, he's Samoan.
He's the boulder.
He's the boulder.
And no, not Wish.com. Temu because that's like the new knockoff website. The Rock from Temu, and like. I can't even fucking imagine them trying to make him the Rock.
I don't know, man. This is like Booker T. This is way past his prime, Rikishi. He's the same age as Booker T. He's 58 now, so he would be 42 here. And
so he says there's like a new breed up in here. He screws up the name of the tournament. He says right for the fight.
The fight for your right, the right for your fight, the whatever that jabroni's name is. Then he says he smells something, and that next week it's the smell. It's the smell of when he beats Rick Rude or Robert Rude or whatever that jabroni's name is.
And he says fucking stinky.
Yeah, he says someone's getting their fresh air a little stinky.
What in the fuck is this shit? This is like one of the worst promos of all time, but it's one of the funniest too.
I think this is shoot improv. There's no way this was scripted.
I would not be surprised if it was improv.
It's funny because like
they said, yo, Rikishi, you were in WWE. You can cut a promo, right?
I did it for the Rock.
I did it for the Ricky Rude or Robert Rude or whatever that jabroni.
I did it for the fight.
The fight for your right.
A week earlier, someone hits Kurt Angle with a car. And then it's revealed I did it for Robert Roode.
Hell yeah.
For Mrs. Brooks.
I did it for beer money. Anyway.
I did it.
Let's move on.
Wait. Before we move on, I have to talk about this because Chris, you were talking about how the last thing he said was what I wrote down here is the last thing that Junior Fatu said was he says someone's getting their fresh air. Pause. A little stinky. Why did he say that? What was the thinking behind that?
Because he does the stink
face. He's gonna fart on him.
Yeah. Yeah, because
he's trying to give Robert Roode his fart face.
Oh
my god!
He is definitely priming Robert Roode up for a prime stink face.
Yes.
Do you bet that Robert Roode's the guy that gets the baby powder? Probably not.
No, I
Probably
don't.
Not.
No, he's in TNA. He's in TNA, brother.
No, brother. He would definitely sneak some deviled eggs behind there too, just to add to the smell. 100%.
What are you two on about?
Brother, like he fucking hates Robert Roode because he fucked up his name. Like so, like he definitely hates Robert Roode. So.
I was completely lost for like the last minute. My mind just zoned out, and you just were talking about deviled eggs and fart.
Cause like what happens is that if Rikishi's doing the sting face on somebody he likes, he puts baby powder on his ass just to be like, okay, yeah,
that's right.
Yeah,
shit, I was right.
If he doesn't like you,
nope.
Yeah, he doesn't clean.
Yeah, if he does not like you, bro, he's pulling that fucking thong up and he's going cheeks first in your face. And, brother, if you're Booker T, watch out. Watch the fuck out.
Alright, so, Kurt Angle is still crippled.
Karen's pushing him in the wheelchair. She asks why she has to push him, and Kurt goes, "'Cause I'm crippled, alright?" Duh. And then Karen goes up to Black Rain and asks him where Kevin Nash is. Black Rain brings out his rat.
Oh my god.
It scares Karen. Karen runs away. Angle's on his own. And Kurt yells, "Someone help me! Cripple in tow! Cripple in tow! Cripple in tow!" Oh my god. Okay. Whew. All right. So, our next match is Disco Inferno.
Fuck myself.
It is. Our next match is Disco Inferno's return match against
The worst theme ever.
the most farty entrance music ever. It is very bad.
You couldn't, Dale Oliver, I'm pretty sure originally they were going to give him just a ripoff of his WCW theme, and there was like, no, just give him the worst fucking theme ever.
Yeah,
We hate this guy.
I got copyright on that song.
We hate this guy. Just give him the worst theme ever. Give him no pop, no music.
Yeah.
Actually, give him music, but don't give him the worst possible music ever.
No, Jimmy
makes
Hart
it make it
filed an injunction against TNA using his
make
theme.
it want people to stick nails up their ears like that's that bad.
Something I don't get is why was Vince Russo was thinking about this. He was in the creative room. He was like, "Bro, what if we bring Disco Inferno back?" What was his thinking behind that?
In 2007.
In 2007. Why was
because
this isn't even his last appearance on an
Vince
Impact.
are buddies.
Yeah, but like,
So
okay, I get it's like early NWA and he brings them in. I get it because TNA's starting out for the first time. Whatever, you need guys. But why is like in 2007? Why is he sitting in creative and he just thinks this idea? He's like, why don't I bring Disco in? Why? In 2007? So random.
wanted to
bad
use this
enough to bring him
opportunity.
in during the Asylum era where he was just doing.
Well, I mean, okay, during
dog shit.
the Asylum era, it was justified because he was trying to find guys who
Name
weren't
value.
signed. Yeah, name
Right.
value, exactly.
Yeah,
So, like, he was trying to find guys who had name value that weren't signed with the Fed. So, I get that part. But, like, this is 2007. TNA has guys like Abyss, Kaz, MCMG, AJ,
Angle,
Joe, Angle,
Sting.
Cage, Tomko. And you're trying to
Yeah.
bring Disco Inferno back?
And I'd just like to point out, because I'm never going to be able to bring this up again, this isn't the last time he ever appears in TNA either, because he also has a return run in 2019.
What?
Unironically, and he has matches against such names as Kiko Toro, Scarlett Bordeaux, Ashley Vox, Tessa Blanchard, and the Dinas.
I thought you said the demon. I was gonna be like, he faced the Kiss Demon?
I mean, he's so
Brother.
fucking beast.
I was gonna be like, oh my god.
Dale Torborg just says, "Nah, brother, you ain't winning." I remember what happened back in WCW.
Yeah.
You ain't winning this. That
Hell
he
yeah.
shoots on him, just potatoes him, makes him bleed. It was like, that's for 2,000, motherfucker.
Torborg would smash that geek.
Okay, so yeah, his opponent is Abyss. So
Yeah, his opponent's Abyss. Yeah. This shitty return to wrestling is also brought to you by The Comebacks, which is coming out next month. Yeah.
yeah,
I wrote down, this poor fool is going to die. Yeah, he died. That's my review
he
of the
does
match.
die.
Yeah,
Abyss
does.
squashes him in like 2-3 minutes.
pretty much. Then, well, first of all, Black Hole Slam's a great move, by the way. I forgot to mention that, because,
Yes.
yeah, great move. Love the Black Hole Slam. Then Black Rain comes out. He attacks Abyss for a minute. He
No. Wait. I got something.
Did I skip something?
There was a Don West call where it was like, huh, what a comeback after he lost.
Oh, yeah. Great comeback, Disco. Awesome. Good job. Great success.
Everybody hates Disco Inferno. It's that should be just written in the wrestling canon. Disco Inferno is hated by everybody.
Should definitely be a TV show. Should be him.
It's like
Everyone hates Disco.
It's like fucking like Spider-Verse. He wants to disrupt the canon event of everyone hating Disco Inferno.
Oh god. By forcing one guy to like Disco Inferno? No way. No.
Nah, no,
Why?
break
No.
the canon event. Miguel O'Hara's gonna beat the shit out of you. Okay, so back to
And it's
the
Abyss.
show. Black
Abyss.
Rain.
Black
shows
Rain comes
up.
out. He handcuffs Abyss to the turnbuckle, and then he brings his rat out. Brings his big white rat out.
Calls
And
it a snow fox. That's a fucking rat.
yeah, what was the name of the rat? I believe I forgot.
Misty.
Misty, yeah, thank you. Misty was the name of the rat.
Misty, yeah.
Yep. He licks the rat for a second, and then he
Ew.
ew, and then he puts
You better hope that rat got its shots.
definitely Yeah, hope you don't get sick from that. Yeah.
No.
They put a bag over Abyss's head with the rat inside. So chances are that rat died, right?
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure, and they
Yeah.
have to use another rat. That would make sense.
Oh, okay. I was gonna be like, yeah, if you put the rat in the bag and then put it on Abyss's head and then shake his head, that rat died. 100%.
Yeah.
But they
He
probably
picks
put...
up the rat afterwards, which is weird.
Yeah, so like, did they use a stuffed rat or something? Yeah.
No, 'cause that fucker was moving. So
Yeah, no, he was moving.
Yeah. So yeah, it was a real rat that they
Yeah.
put in the bag.
I think during the segment with Kurt, it was a stuffed rat.
Okay, yeah, that makes
Yeah.
that would make sense.
Well,
Because it's like pre-tape. You can like do all
Right.
that shit. So
razzle dazzle.
to
and
be
speaking of Kurt Angle, at the very end of at the next segment, Kurt Angle finally tracked down Kevin Nash.
violently, I like how you said that. Violently tracks down Kevin Nash.
I meant to say finally, but that works too.
that works too, I guess. For sure.
Oh my god, yeah. Then Kurt's getting pushed by Karen, and he's like, "Oh, you push like a girl," and Karen goes, "I am a girl."
Yeah, that's my gender, bro.
Shit. So I wrote down here, doesn't like Kevin Nash abandon him, and like Kurt is like, "What are you doing? I'm buying you porn."
I'll buy you porn.
Don't forget the porn. Don't forget the porn. Yeah, Kurt, don't forget the
boy.
porn.
Hey, Nash, get back here.
Yeah,
We've got porn for you.
Nash, we got
the porn for you.
Videotape.
yeah, the porn.
Videotape.
Car.
Videotape.
Porn. Fucking reverse. This is car.
All right, so main event time: Smojo versus Christian Cage.
I didn't write a whole lot down about this match. I just
Yeah,
it was
a good match. It was just that there was not really much to talk
yeah.
about.
It was
Yeah,
a
it was
solid match. And then of course in pure TNA fashion, bunch of people come out, ref bump, Joe's choking out Cage, interferences, ref bump, Cage gets back up, hits the unprettier, wins.
All right, so what's the date? October 2007.
October 18th, 2007. Correct.
Okay, so I know I'm still in this from Deadlock, but I'm gonna read some Observer shit because we don't have very much. We didn't have very much to say about the main event, so I'm just gonna
just read some. Read some
figure four wrestling.
Yeah,
That's when I'm
read some figure four stuff from after the show because it's funny seeing the aftermath of knowing what we know. So.
Okay, October 27th. Wait, is this the show? Where did they get the archives for this shit? Because I can't find it.
I think it's I want to say it's all on Figure 4 Online.
Yeah, but you gotta subscribe. So
yeah, that's what I mean.
all right. Well, I'm pretty sure there was Brian Alvarez hated the show.
Yeah, this show fucking sucks.
We probably did hate this show. It wasn't a terrible. No,
I didn't think it was bad. It had some good
No, I thought it
moments.
was
It's
pretty
just
good,
that
yeah.
it was filled to the brim with a lot of the lol TNA bullshit you expect.
which
so.
is funny because it gives us a lot to talk about. So
Yes.
I thought it was
Yes, it
very
did.
funny. Yes, for sure.
And I guess that concludes our first inaugural episode of Handshake and a Hot Dog. So that was a lot of fun. We talked, we had fun, we did bits.
We did tons of bits. That was very
A lot of
exciting.
them. Yes. So
Also,
we will
actually, one more quick thing. I think I
right, go
found a bunch of Observer stuff for TNA, and I'm scrolling down to 2007. So
Oh, cool.
I'm
So then
hoping
you
we
can-
get something because it looks like I'll be able to actually It'll be a little bit of a scroll, but once I get there,
All right.
I'm just gonna make sure here. October 18th, 2007. There's gotta be something.
Yeah, Booker T is gonna go to TNA.
Yeah, Booker T will go to TNA. That sounds about right.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to look. Yeah, I'm not seeing much of anything. I thought I was gonna get something.
Yeah, I don't think the Observer's archived during that era.
I mean, there probably are reviews of this show on Cage Match or something.
Okay, actually, yeah, that I think that'd actually be fun.
Yeah, I think that'd be fun. We'll do that.
Let me just
Be unique, for sure.
Unique for sure.
so let me just go ahead and find the episode real quick. It's
Yeah.
October 18th, 2007, you said?
Correct. It might be under a different date because it was taped earlier. So. It was
Oh, yeah, it's
after
probably-
Bound for Glory. It's the 15th episode.
I'm about to say, just looking to worst promos, because I'm pretty sure the Rikishi promo, Junior Fatu promo, is in the like flop 50 promos on Cage Match.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Be easier access. You just click the promo, click the fucking.
Maybe there's like
F13.
Maybe there's like forums of this shit. TNA forums, maybe. So I can find like reviews of.
Probably.
Maybe.
That's a shout.
2007? I'll see. It's got to be like. No, I want to see like wrestling forums.
Or, yeah, wrestlingforum.com here, and then we can just
Yeah.
Impact.
Official TNA DVD help discussion review thread. Okay.
I can't find it. I have to go down to the.
Maybe there's like a thing with Impact, just with Impact episodes and reviews. Maybe.
Well, we're gonna be figuring this out as we go. So, for now, we will be signing off. Everybody, goodbye, mwah, and good night.
Bang.
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 Bang.